record, you are discussing Fields' Exhibit 20, ? Ms. Baxter, yeah, and we can make this an exhibit. I think we will make this Exhibit 8. Mickey, I also talked to the Commonwealth attorney at the time. Is that Edison Banks? Yeah, at the time, yes. Okay, and I want to talk more about that later, but since we are on that right now, anybody else that you talked to or any information that you've gathered as part of that investigation to Ben Fields? That day, we will start there, Mr. Shaw, or any other outside agencies contacted. My question is anything that you did that day, Mickey. Once that I talked to Mr. Hatton, we done this. Brianna Cornett came in. So Brianna Cornett actually came to your office? Yes. After that, I spoke with Jamie and Edison, and they said get the name and number. Do not take any information from them. We are going to talk to KSP and see if they will investigate it. KSP said, no, we are not going to investigate it. We work too close with you. I don't want an investigation of this magnitude done internally. So, Mr. Banks said that I'm going to get a hold of the AG's office. Mr. Banks told me the AG's office would take the investigation. I'm trying to remember the next step. Brianna came in and I got her name and number. She left. Did she tell you? Give you anything more than her name and number? Did she tell you anything? I don't recall. You don't recall anything more than a name and number? No, because that's what Jamie Hatton told him. He said, don't take nothing but the name and number. That's just what he testified to. Did you take any notes when you talked to her? No, I did not, because I wasn't going to do the investigation internally. Do you know her? Do you know her mother, Christy Fultz? Yes. Have you known her for a long time? Yes, I've known her well. Why do you say you know her well? Small community. Did you grow up and go to high school with her? She would be offended, but she is older than me. I might look a lot older. And you knew Brianna Cornett was her daughter? Yes, Brianna has been in the criminal system for years. Okay, thank you for that. And we will come back to some of that, I believe. I have another policy. Mr. Shaw, that will be 9. Do you recognize this policy? Yes. This policy is called Training Directive. Was it in effect between 2019 and 2022? Yes. Okay, and this policy identifies a number of high-risk critical tasks. Do you see that? Yes. And it provides that each member of an agency will receive an annual block of training on each of the high-risk critical tasks identified. Do you see that? Yes. So did the Letcher County Sheriff's Department itself provide any block of training on these high-risk critical tasks? Not that I recall. Who would have provided annual training on these high-risk critical tasks? They all received the training by the state. And that is on an annual basis? Some is on an annual, and some on every 2 years. That is the minimum of the state. Do you see on the second page under H, sexual harassment, internal sexual misconduct by officers is identified there as one of the high-risk critical tasks? Yes, I see that. So did the Letcher County Sheriff's Department provide annual block training on sexual harassment and external sexual misconduct by officers? Not that I recall. Do you know whether or not any of the state training included an annual block of training? on sexual harassment and external sexual conduct by officers? Not that I recall. This says that all training shall be documented, and it references that each officer shall have a training file. I am looking under documentation. Yes. So does each officer have a training file? Yes, all of the training that they receive from the state is a file. They get a certificate from the state. They will have that. Okay. Was that training file amongst the documents that you produced in discovery in this case? I'd have to look. I'd have to see the documents to answer that. Okay. I am just going to do a follow request. If there is an additional training files that have not been, Mr. Shaw, a lot of times transcripts housed with the state. The state is who documents and keeps up with each officer because we have so much turnover with officers going to each agency. Yeah, they go from one department to another department to another department to another department. And if they hurry up and resign before an investigation into them has happened, then the investigation doesn't even happen. They leave with a resignation, so then they can go get hired somewhere else. So if they leave Jenkins, they can go get on down there at the sheriff's department. They leave the sheriff's department, they can get on down there at Whitesburg City. You got one that went from Neon to Whitesburg. Now he's at the sheriff's department, and he can't put two and two together, in my opinion. Yeah, I know, y'all. Look, we are on page 115. Mr. Shaw, a lot of times transcripts housed with the state. Okay. I don't know that we have got it, but we request the transcript if we don't have it. The state is who documents and keeps. Okay. Question. Okay. Well, I am looking at subsection B of documentation here.